베젤 샤프트에 접속하는 것은 필요한 일이지만 꺼려집니다. 그들은 자꾸 무언가를 알려주려 하지만 막상 저는 주군의 가르침을 소화하는데도 시일이 걸리니. 그러나 배움을 위해서라면 다수의 꺼려짐도 감수해야 하는 일이겠죠.
Yeah, she really does not like the forced discord. Greetings and salutations everyone, I'm Megamek. This is Let's Play Limbus Company The Surrendered Witnessing. In the last episode, we've run out of energy. I don't think I've recharged since, so it's simply a case of this is a very long stretch of battles. In this episode, we have another smackdown with those who do not decide too.
필두, 출진.
And apparently 8:30 is going to be a slog of a battle, and I have nothing I can use to fill in the extra time. Oh dear. I'm just going to convert over to as many defensive skills as I can afford. Try and get all of my specialty bonuses up.
그쪽 방향이 아닐 텐데. 그 삶에 마침표를. 지금 시야 확대 쏟다.
이 거리는 충분해. 너한텐 멀겠지만.
The downside to unfocused encounters is that it's very hard to get the death rites triggered by the right people.
목을 콱 물어버리자고.
I would have been livid if you lost with your super skill there. But apparently the guy has way too much SP. Why do they have so much SP? Did I lose that badly on the first turn?
사선이 피었어요. 시야 확대 쏟다. 이러면 쏠 수 있죠? 공로 지원한다.
No, that can't be. Okay, low morale. If this unit inflicted tremor, gain sloth damage up. If this unit inflict burn, gain wrath damage up. If this unit failed to inflict anything, gain defense level down. And double the effects or increase all effects by 1 on a panic. Increase by 10 on clash win, and after winning a clash, also gain an extra bonus. Okay, so these guys actually snowball very hard. I see the danger. This might actually be what causes problems later on.
헤어내리. 숨통 끊기.
한 점만 노린다. 히스카이파 지금 시야 확보. 쏟다.
Okay, if an ally is defeated, recruit decreased by 10 regardless of ally's level. So any clash they win will let them snowball, but it... honestly, that doesn't really matter because they're always on the same level in content like this, aren't they? I need to get those 2 lust coins and how many enemies left? Many enemies! Okay, we got a little bit of hustling to do.
간다. 여긴 맡겨주세요.
Ooh, we are actually getting a star blade though, that's nice. They are getting extra shots off though. Okay. Assist defense. That'll do it. Okay, we do not want to use this skill. Honestly, by the time they reach that point, he's probably going to drop his SP from at least a death.
불가 위야.
그 삶에 마침표를. 히스카이파 지금 공로 지원한다.
I saw someone just get staggered very nicely.
어머해줘. 여긴 맡겨주세요.
That's so annoying. But at least we're at the end of this nonsense. There's no bonus to that, it's just the thing that he does. We just barely have enough to match all these numbers, don't we?
목을 콱 물어버리자고. 거쳐. 두고. 놀랐어?
예상 못한 거
지원한다.
깔끔하게 물었군.
Heathcliff is still here because he is Heathcliff.
목을 콱 물어버리자고.
He still has one shot left.
숨통 끊기.
Okay, it's time for that thing that they said that they actually released a survey about.
그 정도 화력으로 우리 사무소를 막을 수 있을 줄 알았냐? 저놈들 무기까지 줘서 철수하자고.
I might actually go for the Mauler Ishmael because I honestly don't know what is around the corner for me. And I might end up needing sinking to nerf someone's SP levels. Oh boy, I can't wait to see what sort of punishment they have lined up for us here. The Heart.
이거 참 설레는구려.
이것도 지하인 거지? 꼭 생긴 게 바깥으로 나온 것 같네.
인공의 조명이나 가히 야외라 착각할 만하구려.
네. 누군가 이미 도착해 있군요.
There was a small hill in front of the bridge leading into Taiken Temple.
시춘이의 사병들이네요.
There was a small hill of bodies, all of them mangled and broken to the point we couldn't even tell how many of them there were. On top of the hill, sat Lei Hang. And the heavily wounded figure in front of him was...
웨이씨!
이번에도 면목 없습니다.
이게 어떻게든.
아따 늦었네. 심심해서 좀 놀고 있었어. 야는 승계가 끝날 때까지 죽치고 기다리려고 그 시기하고 있었던 모양이야. 예전에 흑수 말 대가리 픽 들어가더만 복 빠진 게 별거 없구만.
저가 왜 여기에?
작전대로라면 뇌행은 지금 대관원 앞의 전장에서 가치오와 대치하고 있어야겠다.
술을 잃켰군요.
자로라는 자를 우리에게 붙이겠다고 한 건 이런 돌발 상황에 대한 보험이었군.
She's not looking the best, like she's still up and around, but a little bit bloodied there. And as off on cue, Zilu arrived. She was covered from head to toe in blood. Oh, I could easily guess the blood wasn't hers.
에헤이. 시방 길이 두 개가 뚫렸다 이 말이야. 한 짝은 비밀 입구라고 치고, 어? 토끼가 기어들어온 게 좀 초밥이네. 엠변 이런 길이 있는 줄도 모르고 먼 길로 뺑 돌아버렸네. 아 여기는 지도도 없어? 나이 먹을 만치 먹고 미아될 뻔했지요. 어디 내 식구들하고 인사는 잘 나누셨는가?
잘 보내줬지. 역시 니놈이 복병을 숨겨놓은 것이었군.
에휴, 아그들이라 것이 아직도 정신머리가 없어야. 나가 자네 단지 해야겠다.
당신도 누군가의 의뢰를 받고 이곳으로 온 거겠죠? 가주 승계를 막거나 지체시키려고요.
원래는 가시춘 갸가 들어가기 전에 먼저 잡아볼 생각이었는데 내가 쪼까 늦어버렸시야. 야, 뭔 대단한 뜻이 있어갖고 거시기하러 온 것 같더냐.
그럼 이미 실패하지 않았나요?
돌아가서 지자리에 앉아야 끝나는 거 아니야. 그 전에 잡아 죽여버리면 그만이지.
흑수도 그래야지만 움직이나 보네요.
인디야, 여기는 위아래가 없는가?
뭔지
너는 무엇이라도 됐다고 나한테 겁도 없이 질문을 막 갖다 붙이냐?
저 한 가지 여쭤볼 곳이 있어요.
그래? 뭐 가시 가문 보옥 도련님쯤 되시면은 나랑 직통해도 거시기하진 않지. 보시오. 말.
웨이 씨를 죽이지 않고 계속 붙잡아 두고 계시는 이유가 있으신가요? 보통 그럴 때는 말이죠. 협상을 원하시더라고요.
협상? 림버스 컴퍼니급에서 나한테 협상이라는 말을 쓰는 건 조금 이상한디. 그래, 뭐 틀린 말도 아닌게.
He has a lot of bullets.
그래도 쪼까 애매해요. 저놈의 새끼가 너희들한테 얼마나 중요한지 가늠이 안 돼, 알아. 목숨줄은 간당간당하게 붙여는 놨는데 이게 뭐 협상 테이블에 올라는 갈란가. 흑수필두라고는 해도 영 쪽을 못 숨게.
말해.
Zilu, who's been standing beside us in silence this whole time, suddenly spoke up.
무엇을 원하지?
Her voice was so deep, cavernous, and sincere that it almost made me think she really was going to give him whatever he wanted in return for Wei.
그 말 한번 야무지게 잘하네. 그래, 이라고 운을 띄워줘야 나도 거시기하겠지. 그래, 나가 원하는 건 제일 성가신 토끼 이놈이야.
설마 자로 씨의 목을 내놓으라 하는 건
아니야, 내가 그렇게 양심이 없겠냐.
그럼
딱 한 번 비어라. 그러고 나면 돼지든 살든 나랑 한따까리를 하든 적어도 이놈은 풀어줄란게.
It's gonna have a poison on it, isn't it?
아하, 눈깔 그리 뜨지 말아야. 나도 그런 세월인디. 네? 정정당당한 승부 결투 뭐 이러면 얼마나 좋게. 근데 상황이 상황인지라. 피차 고용된 처지 아니여. 할 건 해야지. 알다시피 검은 토끼 너랑 나는 상상이 겁나 안 좋아서 말이지. 예?
내몸 여전하군.
그림이냐?
Does he consider Ryoshu to still be on equal footing with him?
저자에게 베어지면 반드시 두 동강이다. 죽인다는 말을 길게도 그 혓바닥은 닳지도 않나.
가치우 밑에서 배운다는 제자들이라면서 뭐 성가신 기술을 배웠다더만. 신이라고였냐? 요상한 기운 같은 거를 몸에 감아본다제? 그러면 강화 시술 맨키로 단단해진다던데? 그리고 그 신을 요령껏 모아서 힘으로 바꾸면 빗꼬리 같은 것이 몸이나 무기를 감아불고 그게 망이라지?
Shin and Mane? Wasn't that the stuff that Virgilius used?
내가 여즉 그 요령을 터득하고 있으니께 한번 보자고. 그래도 아직 감이 죽지는 않았는지 망 하나 정도는 감을 수 있냐? 나도 너그 하는 거 구경이나 해볼라.
Lei Heng looked at Zilu with a shit-eating grin. We don't know Zilu. We're barely even acquaintances. There's no way she'd risk her life for people who are essentially strangers. And what about Wei? Do they even know each other? I seriously doubt he's as close to her as he is to us. And it might sound cold, but even we're not really that close to Wei either. I can't bring myself to ask her to risk her life like that. He's probably not kidding either. They hang surrounded by at least a few dozen bodies, but there's not even a scratch on him. Wei struggles to speak through laboured breaths, but his eyes tell me that he's already accepted his fate.
저는 아가씨만 무사히 보내주시면 됩니다. 이 불상사는 오로지 제가 제대로 주위를 살피지 못한 탓. 저마저 없으면 아가씨에게는 아무도 없습니다. 부탁드립니다.
Instead of begging for his life, Wei asks us to look after Jia Zishun instead, as he's always done. Zilu looks at Honglu.
내게 소중한 사람인가?
Truth be told, Wei probably isn't all that important to Honglu. Wei was Jia Zishun's loyal follower. That was pretty much it. Honglu said he hadn't interacted much with him back in Dangguan either. But I imagine that Honglu would probably rather not see the people he cares about shed any more tears. He'd seen more than enough of that since the annihilation of the Kong family. And that goes for us too. Can we really cut him off just like that? We hadn't talked to him very much, but we'd spent a pretty significant amount of time together. And quietly we'd grown to care more about him. We learned more about who he was, about the kind of person his master, Jia Zishun, was. Whenever we ran into them in all kinds of odd places, we were happy to meet them. We really wanted them to do well. We didn't want either of them to die. And they were the first allies we'd ever made of our own volition, no matter how short-lived that alliance was. If we let him kill Wei here, we'd be adding another regret to our pasts, knowing we let someone down again. As we are reminded every time we meet Sword and see her subtle yet noticeable sadness. We'll blame ourselves, we'll resent our weakness, we won't stop thinking about how we could have prevented this if we were stronger. We've died and killed countless times on our journey here, but death is the kind of force that swoops in our moments of dejection to remind us we can never get used to it.
말해라.
I know we can't save everyone. I've seen enough deaths of our friends, allies, and those we could have been friends to know that. There weren't any reasons Wei should be special. I wasn't making some promise with myself to never let anyone remotely close to us die again either. But Honglu...
저는 웨이 씨가 죽지 않았으면 좋겠어요. 그리고 다시 볼 시춘이의 모습이 슬퍼하는 얼굴이 아니면 좋겠어요.
I mean, she has a whole bunch of mercenaries that work for her that are also dead, but who cares about the generics, right?
물론 자로 씨가 제 말을 들어주실 이유는 없겠지만.
알았다.
Zilu didn't even let Honglu finish. She strode up to Lei Heng.
대라, 잡주.
Tianto Star, the winged tiger.
저체 물체란
잠깐, 지금 뭐하는?
Flames burst forth, wreathing Lei Hang's intimidating Padao, then rises into a raging pillar of fire before a single ring of light materializes around it. On the other hand, a warm, comforting light, presumably the same light Lei Hang mentioned earlier, began to radiate and shimmer from Zilu's body.
뇌횡 엄지의 카포이자 동부십검 중 하나 전력으로 가르겠다.
입으로 배나.
And as though on cue, Lei Hang slashed at Zilu's unmoving body with a diagonal cut. The sheer wind pressure and heat from the slash, it was powerful enough to push some of us back. But Zilu was still standing silently as she had been.
아무리 대갈통을 안 노렸어도 이거 두 동강이 안 나야. 단단하기는 허벌나게 단단하네. 그 신이란 거 손바닥이 저릿저릿해. 그래 봐야 단단해졌다 그거지. 베이지 않는 것도 아닌갑소. 죽지는 않았다. 그 정도 아니겠는가?
Blood bursts out from Zilu the moment Lei Hang asked, and
차로씨,
Honglu ran up to Zilu to stop her fall.
차로씨, 왜 그러셨던 건가요?
충분했기 때문에. 소중하다 생각한 사람의 슬퍼하는 얼굴을 보고 싶지 않다고 했었던.
Zilu continues to resolutely. She continues resolutely despite the gushing blood.
이것이 내가 배운 의미자 나의 협, 즉 인협이다. 뒤는 맡기지. 시계.
This woman, whom I'd not even exchanged a single word with, calls me a friendly nickname when her own life's on the line.
성가신 놈 하나 치워본 게 인자 좀 속이 시원하네. 약속은 지킨다. 저놈도 내가 한 입으로 두 말은 안 하는 놈이란 걸 알지. 넘게 순순히 베인 것 아니겠냐.
With that, Lei Hang kicked Wei in our direction.
갖고 가라. 한 서너 달 쎄 빠지게 재활시키면 두 발로는 걸어다닐란다. 그 목숨줄이 여기서 끊어지지 않는다면 말이지. 도련님을 데리고 가서 전문을 열 거지. 자, 그럼. 자, 그럼은.
Lei Hang begins walking in our direction, cracking his neck.
어디 한번 와보소. 저 차람사 안에서 승계 끝나기 전엔 얼추 다 처려갔어. 잘 놀다 갑니다.
Oh boy, that's something we'll have to check out next time. Until then, guys, take care. I am mildly terrified.